You must not talk to any of the guests. Nod or bow, but please, do not interact with anybody other than the serving staff. I will come to you when the Queen is seated, and you will present the royal pudding as requested.
Excuse me, sir? But what is it?
That is a jelly, a pudding made from the liquor of fruit.
How do they get it so stiff?
Gelatin, a byproduct of cow bone.
Zalim.
This story is based on a true story of one of her later in life confidants that almost got erased from history. Give us a little bit of a sense of this story and how you got involved with the project.
It's based on a true story, and these events happen. They all happen. In 15 years, the last chapter of Queen Victoria's life, this man taught her Urdu and spent that time with her.
And then, of course, he was actually one of the pallbearers and one of the main people at her funeral. But immediately after she passed away, this person who she becomes so close to, was the royal family burned all the letters, tried to erase it from all the diaries. But it was actually in his family that allowed this story to come. So in a way, the origin story is from India.
Yeah, well, sort of. You know, also Shrabani, the author, she found the Urdu journal at Windsor Castle. And she said, you know, could I have a look at the Urdu journal? And they brought in 13 volumes on a trolley because they destroyed the English letters, but they didn't know what Urdu was. They thought it was gibberish. And she translated, and that's where they found, you know, this thing. Because it wasn't just a teacher and a student. It was love, it was friendship, it was just the way she would sign off, you know, the letters.
He speaks to her as a human being. And that's part of the relationship. And I want to get a sense, because in a sense, Dame Judi Dench has become a little bit more a semi-deity, let's say it that way. What was it like for you working with her, and what was the relationship? Because you two have such chemistry in this.
Well, it was pretty similar. I mean, you know, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. I walk in, my first time in London, you know, I just remember looking up at the ceiling and those palaces and everything. And I remember Lee Hall coming saying, that's it, that's Abdul, that's exactly what I want you to feel. And then Judy, we just spent so much time together. We were like a theater group. I mean, living in that hotel, and it was this wonderful relationship brewing over time. And I thought that was quite a parallel.
In a movie that is very dramatic, there's a wonderful sense of a lightness and comedy that you guys have together.
Normally, in a story like this, you sort of find that the person who's been taken out of their home and put in a sort of foreign situation, they're sort of very happy and accepting of the situation. But what was nice about Muhammad is that he had sort of pride of where he was from and never really let go of that. And because of that, you know, it makes for good comedy because he just doesn't want to be in the cold and he doesn't want to be in the grey. And so
he doesn't want to be in England.
Right, I mean, he resonates with the audiences, the mood of the country at the time.